Hey everyone, welcome to Butcher Bay Rejects. I am Mark.
I'm Greg. What's up, nerds?
Big week this week. Big week.
Well, today was big because of
Oh,
WandaVision, the penultimate episode.
well, we had a couple things happen this
Well,
week.
yeah,
So
we'll get to those after, but we'll do the WandaVision first, like we normally do, because I know people want us to get to it. So,
okay. Now spoilers.
no,
Spoilers.
well, I'll start. There's no spoiler, but right from I don't know if you noticed, right from the Marvel logo, it went from red to purple. I don't know if you caught that. It
Oh
was
yeah.
a nice touch. I like those nice touches.
Well yeah. Well, I mean, we were focusing on Agatha this week, so
Well, a bit of
it only
both.
seemed fitting.
A bit of
It seemed fitting.
both, though. We finally got to see, Wanda's origin story.
Well, there was a few nuggets that we didn't really know about beforehand, and that's kind of like, oh, so the
Well,
Mind Stone didn't really make her; it
it
unlocked her.
yes, yeah, because in the comics, had to do another dive on this one. There was a chaos magic was wielded billions of years ago by an elder god archdemon called Chtlon. I don't know how to pronounce it. Chtlon. And he
Hmm.
was sealed inside Mount Wondergore, where Wanda Maximoff was born. And then at one point, she touched him, and she got a sliver of his powers, which gave her the ability to control chaos energy. But obviously, they changed it for the show with the Mind Stone replacing this archdemon.
Right, right. But I mean, if you're going to throw an Infinity Stone in there, you might as well have it do enough damage,
Well, it's
right?
nice to see Loki's scepter again. Sure.
No, I mean let's start from the beginning. Like it was so funny to you walk in and then all of a sudden like Agatha, they're in Agatha's basement and Agatha's is just as confused as to who Wanda is, which I found really interesting. She was just you see her the opening of her surviving a witch trial by
Well,
other
yeah, well, that was
witches.
interesting because we know she survived the Salem witch trials, but I kind of like how they turned that. She was actually on trial by other witches.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And you could see like her mother was the head of the coven because when she used her energy, there a crown formed above
That's
her.
right. I saw that.
Yeah, so it's like, ooh, Agatha was being naughty right from the get go. Almost remind me a bit of in Doctor Strange, Caecilia, who wanted to know more magic before he was ready or was allowed to.
Well, interestingly, Doctor Strange in the comics thought this whole chaos energy and chaos magic was utter fairy tale nonsense when he first heard about it.
Well, I'm pretty sure he's feeling it now.
Well, I'm holding out hope he shows up in the next episode. It could be one of anyone. It could be Reed Richards, sure. It could be Doctor Strange.
Well, considering in the movies, Doctor Strange detected Loki right off the bat when they in Thor Ragnarok when he entered the realm coming to New York looking for Odin. Within an instant he's in that perpetual dropping spell, which I thought was hysterical.
And considering all these events in WandaVision are leading up to Doctor Strange 2, so it would make perfect
Yeah,
sense if he made an
it would make
appearance.
perfect sense. So you got to figure he's sensing all of this magic, and I mean New Jersey, New York, kind of close by. It's not like he's on the other side of the planet. It's right there. So yeah, he's got to show up to say what's going on here. And it's funny. Like I said, getting back to Agatha, she was completely dumbfounded by Wanda. Like she's sitting there going, "You don't recognize the ruins. You don't recognize it. How are you doing this?" She doesn't realize that Wanda's doing this out of pure instinct versus having been taught it, which is kind of like, oh, okay. And you notice that Agatha was getting kind of really upset with it. How dare you know how to do all this when I've been studying for so long, kind of thing.
Well, and
Did you get that
yeah,
vibe?
and of course, for what she said at the end about the whole chaos magic, and then she coins the favorite phrase where we first hear those two magic words for the first time. I'll let you say it.
You're the Scarlet Witch.
That's right. So obviously she's jealous that she has that power and she's able to, like, even she was saying, you even on the the outskirts of Westview, you're
Yeah.
actually even performing
Controlling magic
there.
on
Yeah.
autopilot.
Yeah, and she sensed that. So she came to Westview when she sensed all this magic happening. So
Exactly.
she found out about it.
No, I think this is
But this
it's
in the comics, this chaos energy magic can destroy the whole damn universe. That's how powerful whoever wields it
well,
is.
of course. Well, I'm like I said, I'm really curious to see how she develops now. Now, actually piecing together what her origin is. That she was actually born with this versus having unlocked it or being given it by the Mind Stone. Like originally everybody thought that her powers came from the Mind Stone, just like Vision's powers came from the Mind Stone. But no, it just unlocked it. And you saw, like, in that sequence at Hydra, you see her coming down, and you see, like, the full Scarlet Witch
I
silhouette.
love that scene, just that seeing that scene and then seeing it in the pupil of her, in the iris of her eyes. Oh, it was so awesome.
Exactly. And now we saw, like, where does the whole, everybody's wondering where the whole sitcom thing is coming from. How'd they figure that out? And okay, yeah, childhood memory. Boom. Her father sold sitcoms.
Yes, he did, on the black market in Sokovia.
Yeah. You want Bewitched? I got Bewitched over here. Come check. It's good.
Fietro was the funniest. Not Dick Van Dyke again.
So it's interesting or fun to see how that all played out, because I mean we've heard the story before. We've heard how Wanda and Pietro, they hid under the bed. They saw the Stark rocket, the whole 9 yards.
That red light on the Stark rocket, and then referred to the red light on the Stark toaster? Did you catch all that double meaning there? Yeah.
No, yeah. Now I see it. Okay. Well, that's just it. They again, Marvel, so fantastic in tying everything together. Everything has meaning. Everything gets revealed. Everything has ties. It's so
this
fantastic.
Episode felt like a movie to me, and watching Elizabeth Olsen, she's like the MVP of this week. She really nailed it. I felt every scene. I mean, even the scene where she finds that Vision, got a deed for a house, and I don't know if, to me, that was the very, Superman 1 moment where she's kneeling on the ground and does that scream. That just brought
everything just
right
gets
back
released.
to Superman, like in the Lois Lane moment. So she's very excellent this week, as always.
Well, I mean, that's the second time that's happened, right? Because when Pietro died, she felt it, and then again, a very emotional release, just taking out all the Ultron drones in the middle of Sokovia. So she's triggered by emotion, severe emotion. Everything goes haywire. So she's just letting out all of that emotion, and boom, new Westview, or old Westview in a new way.
Did you catch I don't know if you caught the movie marquee? It was pretty fast, but since I'm a Blade Runner guy and I see Blade Runner and everything, right as she, she snaps whatever inside Westview, it said Tannhauser Gate on the movie marquee, which is a very famous line from Roy Batty in Blade Runner when he says, "I watch C-beams glitter in the dark near the Tannhauser Gate." So I thought, this is awesome.
Nice. Like I said, they put everything in. And you find out that actually Wanda didn't steal Vision.
Yep, Hayward is.
She recreated him.
Hayward's a lying SOB, which some people think that he might be a Skrull in disguise. We'll wait. We'll find out. But as each episode unfolds, he's becoming more and more nefarious.
Yeah. Now I'm trying to figure all this out. That okay, you got Vision in Westview, which is like the, I guess you could say, image of what Wanda remembers Vision to be, or what she wants Vision to be. But now do I jump into this yet?
Yes,
or
you have to.
Now in our end credit scene, we have now Spectral Vision, who
or white
we don't
white
know
Vision.
yet if White Vision. Yeah. Does he have any recollection? Is it some of his memories still
They're going by
there?
the comic? No. This is, if it follows the John Byrne 1989 comic Vision Quest, no. But you know what we're going to get, Mark? We're going to get Zombie Vision versus Clone Vision. Knockdown, drag out, fight. Woo, woo, woo. Can't wait. And another thing,
that could be,
I want to say Paul Bettany, who we both love, he's been trolling us this whole time because in almost every interview he has said, and I quote, he has scenes with an actor that he's been waiting to work his entire career with. That's what he's referring to. He's going to be acting with himself.
With himself.
Oh, you got us good, Paul.
Oh man. It's every fangirl's dream. I mean, you're watching this and it's just kind of like everything you knew and loved coming to life, and now you're just sitting there going, oh. Now, I mean, Agatha's got, she's pushing Wanda, and she's pushing. Makes you wonder if that last little standoff if Agatha goes too far and Wanda unleashes on her, she's got no chance. But then again, Agatha's been crafty. She's got something up her sleeve.
Well, I think we'll.
I gotta think she has
I think
something
she'll
up her
pop
sleeve.
up in a movie after this show because there is no season 2 of WandaVision, but I'm sure they're not.
No.
Marvel's not done with
Oh
Catherine
no,
Hahn.
they're not done with her. I mean, they got everything other than being older and gray-haired. They got everything down, right down to the brooch, and
She took off her mom's shriveled body.
yeah, and the high-collared outfit. That's classic, right out of the comic books. Maybe a little bit flowy on the cape and everything afterwards, but those details of the brooch, the high collar and everything, that's classic from the comic books. And you just kind of like sit there and go, oh yeah. I mean, my guess, I'm purely speculating here. She wants to push Wanda. She wants to push Wanda hard so that she unleashes again. And my bet is that she's got something up her sleeve to absorb or reconstitute that magic into her for her to be able to use it. You saw in the beginning,
like Hayward did with the drone to bring the white vision.
Kind of
back
like
to
what
life.
Hayward did with the drone, drawing the energy, Wanda's energy out of the drone into Vision. But remember, in the beginning, that's what Agatha did to the other witches that were trying to kill her. She ended up reversing everything and absorbed their magic, making her more powerful. So it's like she's goading her. She's goading her into a fight, holding her kids hostage. It's, yeah. I'm just so loving every little minute of it. And, I mean, you've watched it, what, 3 times already?
Yes.
You know, I just finished it twice, and I'm pretty sure there's still more tidbits to find. You know, and we didn't. You know, we haven't even seen what Darcy and Zombie Vision are started to do, right? So, where are they? What's going on there?
Yeah, or even our little Teyona Paris, Rambo.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's being held hostage somewhere or in some basement, I guess.
Probably. Yeah, we don't know. We don't know what happened with.
Snooper's gonna snoop.
Fietro?
Yep.
Was
Fake
that what
Pietro.
Pietro. Fake Pietro? Fietro?
Sounds like something I had for lunch.
Oh, man. And you're right. This is playing out like a movie. Like, they could have just stitched all this together, ran it in a theater, and still made $1 billion.
Yes, they would have.
You know, just focusing on this area. And then the end credit scene being Doctor Strange showing up or something like that.
Well, I did like our white vision. And if they do follow the comic, this new vision was a colorless, emotionless synthezoid who considered human life irrelevant. So we'll have to wait to see next week if that's what we get, or if he does have some memory.
Well, my guess is that they're obviously they're programming him like a weapon, right? They're programming him to be their missile, I guess you could say, if need be.
Well, you know what this means, though? I kind of hope that he can turn up again in a movie and they do like a kind of a Star Trek 2 where right before he died, he implanted his memory like Spock did with McCoy, you know, and then took it back. So that's what I'm hoping for.
Well, I think
appear in another movie because he's there. He's alive again.
I think Wanda carries his consciousness. And when she expelled, because one thing you had to see, or I think you should have noticed, was when she was creating the house and then she started creating him, it wasn't red energy coming out of her, it was gold, just like the Mind Stone. So the combination of her chaos reality altering magic and the, I guess you say, imprinting of Vision in the Mind Stone makes me wonder if that is in fact a recreation of Vision, or at least a version that they can meld together with the spectral Vision. So it's kind of, there's so many questions, there's so many ways they could go with this. It's really, really interesting. So I think you don't know. I mean, it's one of the great things about Marvel is we can sit here and speculate till the cows come home. We're going to watch it and it's just kind of like, I didn't see that coming.
Yes, 1 episode left and it's all over, folks.
Oh, I know. But
then we go into Falcon and Winter Soldier, so we're good.
Yeah, and then Loki and every other little thing that we got coming up. No, I'm really,
Loki.
really...
Yeah, Disney Plus actually released the start date for Loki. Loki will be on June 11th, and we're getting the Star Wars The Bad Batch anime before on May 4th. May the 4th be with you. So I think Disney Plus is going to have me as a subscriber then for a while now.
Oh, they had me for right from go. So no, I'm like I said, and you know what? One of the things about this show is that it's going to create a whole lot of questions for them to make up in other shows or movies. Or, I mean, we know we're gonna get a whole ton in Doctor Strange 2. But once that's done, where's it going? What are they gonna do? Are we reconstituting the Avengers? Are we gonna get new Avengers? We know that there's a whole bunch of great movies coming forward. So it's
We know what we got to do. We got to get Kevin Feige on the podcast and ask him these questions. That's what we have to do.
Kevin, you are officially invited to join us on our podcast. Even though our name has nothing to do with your franchise, we are more than welcome. You're more than welcome here anytime.
But you do make enough Blade Runner references in WandaVision, so it's kind of the same.
Very much. Very much. It's just, I think, like everything Marvel, this next phase is just going to, again, delight and awe, and they're going to top themselves. I mean, I don't think Avengers Endgame can be topped. They're going to find a way to do it.
So should we wrap up WandaVision and get on to my tidbits?
Yeah, I think we can wrap up WandaVision. I think we've covered all the nice little highlights.
Okay, well, let's get to Fortnite news. I'll do my Fortnite news and you do yours, the one that you just sent me. But my God, Mark, my wallet is hurting. It's screaming out in agony. We just got Street Fighter Ryu and Chun-Li added. And then last night they hit us with Ripley and the Xenomorphs. So I had to buy all bundles, all 4 bundles. I can't take it anymore. Please, no more hunters. Guys, Epic Games, you're killing me. Please stop.
I followed suit. I picked them up as well. So but like I said, you know what we got to do now? We got to do an Aliens versus Predator in the Stronghold. In the Battle Lab recorded.
Sure,
and
some
then
streamers are already planning this right now.
Oh, I'm sure there are. I'm sure there's going to be a whole lot of
50 against 50 and just go down, last man standing, with the actual Predator there.
Oh, can you imagine? That would be so cool, so cool. Just reenact the movies.
You want to talk your Fortnite Batman?
Well,
I still don't know how I
feel
came about it. But go ahead.
Well, you know what? I read all the article all the way through, and for those that don't know, that they're doing a Batman Fortnite crossover comic book coming in April, I believe, and it's basically the first thing I thought of when I started reading what the storyline is that it's exactly what they did with the Marvel season. Batman gets drawn into Fortnite, loses his memory, and gets drawn into battle with all the Fortnite characters and other DC characters. It's a little
different though, because they're in the comics. They're taking him out of Gotham. I'm all for crossovers, but they're taking him out of Gotham and they're sticking him in the island. I'm all for it. If I can buy it, I'll buy it because.
But that's exactly what happened with Thor. Right, Thor went through the rift. He lost his memory.
Not in comics on the newsstand. They made us a digital comic inside the game.
They didn't do it in the comics on the newsstand, but it's the same storyline as our previous Marvel crossover.
This is the first time DC is actually making a comic, 6 of them, and you can buy it. I'm just saying it's kind of weird that they're. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm going to buy it because you can actually get bonus codes that will lock Fortnite in-game items. So obviously I'm going to get it for that. But
they did have a digital comic for Marvel.
Yes,
too.
in the game. I'm saying they did not have it print on the newsstands. This is the first time something in print comes out. And I don't know how I feel about it. Okay, and I'm not even a big DC Batman guy, but it's just a little weird. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to buy it, but I don't know how I feel about it.
Well, I mean. For me, I'm just thinking we're getting DC back into Fortnite like we did in the first chapter. Although they're not hauling in Gotham City, but the story just feels like a repeat of what they just did with Marvel, but they're doing it in print form. Now you gotta think DC characters are coming to Fortnite again.
Well, they said one season Marvel, one season DC.
Yeah, so we had the Marvel. We had a DC version, we had a Marvel version. Now we have the Hunters. So now back to DC. So I mean, they did Joker. No, they released Joker during the Marvel season, didn't they?
Oh, I'm not sure. You bought that. You should be able to tell us.
I bought that. Yeah, they didn't release it during the Hunter season. So, but there's a mess of Marvel and DC characters in there. I mean, you could almost do a whole Marvel versus DC fight. I'm guessing we're gonna get more characters into the Fortnite. They may re-release the Batman skins because you really can't release new versions of that unless you go with like Batman Beyond or Batwing or so on. Maybe even Batgirl, a Robin. You never know. I mean, they've already released some of the greatest villains they had already. So what are they going to do next? Penguin? I don't see Penguin running. Well, considering the weirdness I've seen running around Fortnite, Penguin maybe. I don't know.
All right, we're going to pivot slightly from DC and go to Marvel. I don't know if you caught the news this week. We were teased by all the actors of Spider-Man 3, Tom Holland, Zendaya, what the title's going to be. Anyway, they've officially locked down the title for Spider-Man 3, and it's called No Way Home.
Yeah, playing on that home theme.
True, or a multiverse theme? Even though Tom Holland is denying up and down, the other Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are not. But then again, he would have to say that because he's notorious for spoiling movies. So of course,
well, that was
no.
the premise. The premise of the whole teaser, right? It was like, what do you mean I spoiled? When did I spoil thing? Last movie.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, no, I think
I got some GI Joe news that you're gonna like. A new G.I. Joe live action series that's going to be made by Amazon Studios called Lady J. And if you recall, we haven't seen Lady J since 2013's G.I. Joe Retaliation by the beautiful and talented Adrienne Palicki. I'm all for that live action series, sure.
Are they bringing her in?
That they haven't
to reprise the role, or they
haven't
starting
said that.
fresh?
Yeah, they have not made any casting news yet. Just that the series has been greenlit by Amazon Studios.
Well, I started some new watching this week. Started The Crew, which I know you're almost done with.
Yeah, I finished it tonight.
So funny. When I was watching it the first few episodes, I was literally killing myself laughing. I think Kevin James's delivery is just fantastic in that show. And he's got a lot of great supporting characters.
Well, yes. Well, yeah, I'm officially in love with Catherine, who plays the daughter of the owner, Jillian Mueller. And, I don't know what episode are you at?
Let's see. Kevin's dating the sponsor.
Okay, so there's an episode where someone's trying to teach someone how to dance.
Yes, I saw that.
Jillian
that
Mueller,
episode.
Catherine breaks up. I'm like, hold up, that was professional. And I looked her up. Now she's been on Broadway a few times, so she's definitely a dancer, folks.
Well, the high kick into the splits. I mean, come on.
And she's very easy on the eyes. So and I also like Sarah Stiles that plays Beth because she's on another show I watch called Billions. So no, I like the cast a lot. Of course, we got
I love Chuck.
Oh yeah, no, he's hilarious. I think he's the funniest one.
I make the car run.
And Amir, who knew Amir was funny? This guy's on Cobra Kai, and plays like a serious, straight character. But on this show, he's hilarious. We'll give him a shout out. Dan Adut. We'll give him a shout out. Actor Dan Adut. Wow, no, he's comedy gold. I tell you.
No, well, I mean, as a what's the word I'm looking for? Neurotic, scared type of, gonna break out into hives the first moment he gets kind of character. Yeah, no, he's fantastic. And our Jake, our driver, so good at playing an idiot.
Oh yeah.
I'm surprised you weren't in love with the backup driver.
Oh, Paris? Yeah, no, I like her too.
Especially in that steam room scene.
Anyway, moving on. Legends of Tomorrow, season 6. Season 6 is going to come out May 2nd on the CW. There's a Superman movie reboot, J.J. Abrams producing, and you'll like this. You remember a movie in 2009 called District 9? And when that movie ended, you go, there's a sequel. This is the greatest movie ever. Well, now they're finally doing District 10.
Actually, I've never seen District 9.
You haven't? Oh, my God.
No,
Oh, thank you for reminding me because you escaped death last week, my friend. I was supposed to ask you if you watched Donnie Darko, and I forgot. That's on me. So
I started watching it.
What happened?
It didn't. I couldn't watch anymore. It was just like, this is horrible. This is a horrible thing.
Okay, you just incurred a penalty of District 9 then. I'm letting you off easy, buddy, because this is a great movie. All right. So District 9.
I don't know. Like I said, I think your movie suggestion privileges should be suspended
I wanted you to watch it to see what you thought. Like I said, either you totally understand and you love Donnie Darko, or you don't understand it at all, you hate it, or you're like me, I don't understand a damn thing, yet I still like it.
I couldn't like about it.
Time travel movies drive me crazy.
For me, I'm watching this. The pacing was so slow. It was just so like glacial. Like I'm sitting there like wanting shit to happen, and it's just not. And it's
Well,
just,
again, it's
oh my
2001, right?
God.
So it's 19
I'm watching
years
this and I'm
ago.
like, I'm
So
checking my phone. I'm like, okay, is the
all right, buddy, I'm giving you District 9. You just incurred the wrath of Greg Hanna. You got District 9 to watch, buddy. I don't know where it's at. You could find it on Amazon. I'll check for you. Don't worry. We'll get back to you.
yeah, one day I'm going to get you to watch Transformers.
Oh, God, not the cartoon.
Yes. You see Autobots actually die.
Speaking of Blue Beetle, we're getting a first major superhero film starring the first Latino superhero. So I'm not familiar with the comic of Blue
Jaime
Beetle. Maybe
Reyes.
you are.
Yes.
You probably know who he
Yes,
is.
yes. We're getting the Jaime Reyes version.
Yes, Mexican,
Okay, cool.
Mexican American.
Well,
Yeah.
they've
The director from Charm City Kings, Manuel Soto,
Cool.
is directing. So, but this is going to be the next big DC movie.
well, we've seen a little bit of Jaime Reyes in a few things. He was on Smallville. It was the episode with Booster Gold. Jaime Reyes also makes an appearance where he cannot control the Scarab, and it's like cuts loose on everybody. And Booster Gold helps save the day, even though he's a complete fraud. He was also prominent in season 2 and 3 of Young Justice, the I guess you could say the alternate version of the Teen Titans, which was phenomenally done. They did 2 seasons, and then with so much outpouring, Netflix brought him back for a third. So Jaime Reyes, definitely, there's in Young Justice, they really explored his origins, how it happened, where it came from, and so on and so forth, and his connection to the Scarab and everything. And it was really, really, really well done. Young Justice is one of my favorites, next to Justice League Unlimited. So they're doing a live action. This ought to be interesting. It ought to really, really be interesting because they never really explored it. And I hope they do. And because we've got Titans on HBO. Is it? I guess it's moved to HBO Max now. Or it's still on Netflix.
Yeah, well, Netflix carries it, but yes, I believe it's now. Yeah, I think now it's an HBO Max show. Yeah, but Netflix airs it.
So that's just an extension of, which is going to be interesting. Now, whether they're going to bring that in, Blue Beetle into that, or if they're going to keep him on the outside, I don't know. He functioned a lot with the Titans, so in cartoons and thing. I've never really followed along in the comic book, so this should be fun. This should be fun.
Let's pivot there to zombies. So we finally got The Walking Dead back this Sunday, and I don't care if you don't like zombies. Army of the Dead by Zach Snyder on Netflix, May 21st. I'm not crazy about the hot pink, neon pink in the poster, but we got a little teaser.
Well, it's Vegas, man. They're in Vegas.
Come on, they're robbing a casino on zombies. How could you not watch this? Come on, it's Snyder. Come on, man.
If I'm bored on a Saturday afternoon, I might get into that.
There you have it. My last item I have is Taylor Kitsch and Chris Pratt are going to star in the Amazon series Terminal List, an adaptation of Jack Carr's best-selling novel about former Navy SEALs. So I've been hearing about this for a while. Those 2 actors in it. I can't wait to see this show. I don't have anything else, Mark. That's it. I'm all tapped out.
Well, I still have a few things. I started watching Superman and Lois on the CW, and I have to say, it is fantastic.
I heard the ratings were great for the show.
It was shot very differently than the other CW shows. Where the other CW shows, you could see it's got a little bit of like TV, where this felt very movie-like. The cinematography, the emotion. Oh my God. For me, this had a feel of Smallville because obviously it's taking place in Smallville, but you got a lot of that Christopher Reeve emotion from Superman 1 in there. Clark Kent trying to deal with being a dad and being a Superman. You actually see him vulnerable, and it's not the way DC's always portrayed Superman, because DC has always been where they focus more on the character in costume versus the person in the costume. Right? But this is very much the whole emotional roller coaster that he's experiencing. I don't want to give too much away because you may watch it. He's going through, and obviously he's a father in this show and dealing with his children. One's the star athlete, the other one's very, very emo. He doesn't know how to reach them. And he has his own doubts. He has his own vulnerabilities, and it's like, wow, yeah, no, give me more of this.
I don't know if I'll have time to watch it, but I was impressed by I saw a photo of the actor, and he was in the original Superman costume by Max Fleischer, the original first incarnation, and they actually recreated that suit perfectly.
Yeah, no, he did. It looked incredible, and just everything. You just kind of like you're almost sitting on the edge, and a few times, I had the lump in my throat, going, oh no, 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 So
I'm going to have to find a new podcast partner, people. Sorry. We'll be releasing Mark next week.
I get emotional watching stuff,
Yeah, no, I know.
but no, this had a lot with it for a very first episode. They packed a lot of punch into it. I hope they can follow up with it. I'm looking forward to seeing where this will go. And it's just whoa. I've seen a lot of good reviews of it as well. So they definitely hit a homer on the opener. The next show I started watching, the Queen Latifah Equalizer.
I've not seen it.
I gotta say, while it hits everything that the Equalizer is, it doesn't look like the villains give her too much of a challenge. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I can't really speak on it. I haven't seen it. I don't think I will. I'm just a fan of the Denzel Washington movies.
Well, basically, it just feels like she's always just a phone call away of finding everything out. You know what I mean? I got to find so and so. Hey, it's me. Can you look up? That kind of feel.
But that's like all the CSI shows. They always get the DNA evidence back by the third commercial break. So it is what it is. TV.
Yeah, yeah. But they throw in some spectacular spook stuff, the CIA spy stuff. So it's enough to keep you watching, but after that, it's forgettable. You know what I mean?
I will take your word for it, sir.
But no, that's pretty much everything I've been watching so far.
Oh, you want to wrap this baby up?
I think we can wrap this up. I think we've fanboyed enough today.
We did. I'm spent.
That is true, sir. That is true. So
take us home, Mark.
All right. So if everybody wants to listen to us, we are available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Alexa Tune In. You can find us on Facebook, Butcher Bay Rejects, and on Twitter @Bay Rejects. And, of course, our website, butcherbayrejects.com. I think that covers all of them, right? I'm giving our own little commercial there.
That's right.
Yeah, so happy listening, people. And, again, if you want, leave reviews, leave us some comments. If you log into our pages, tell us how we're doing. Say hi, say what you like, say what you'd like to see, or even some suggestions that we haven't watched yet. You never know.
If you'd like Mark to cry less during these shows, just say so. It's okay.
I imitated blubbering. I didn't blubber.
Sure.
It's acting. So, all right, people. I want you guys to have a great week. I'm Mark.
I'm Greg. See you, nerds.
Have a good one. This is Butcher Bay Rejects signing off. Ciao.